What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lady Lex, and I am here to do a video and talk about some things, y'all. I've been missing for a little minute, not too long, but it's been a little minute since I did a video, and we got some things to catch up on. So a lot of stuff been going on. So the topics I want to cover in this video is Sweet Tea got fired from Married to Medicine, Halle got a restraining order against DDG, and Diddy got a trial. Diddy's trial, of course, is going on right now. So yeah, we want to talk about that too. So I'm gonna start off with the Sweet Tea. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet on her. Sweet Tea should have never been on Married to Medicine in the first place. Say whatever y'all want, feel however y'all want. The platform was created by Greg's ex-wife's best friend at the time, to a show centering doctors' wives. This platform was never for Sweet Tea. Mariah created the show. Quad at the time was her best friend. Quad, along with everybody else on Married to Medicine, the doctors and the doctors' wives, they came on the show because they knew Mariah. If the women on the show weren't trying to be petty towards Quad, Sweet Tea would have never been a contender to be on Married to Medicine. And in my opinion, Sweet Tea should have never wanted to be on Married to Medicine. Yes, you are now, Sweet Tea, you are Married to Medicine, so you do fit the criteria to go on the show. But due to who created the show and how this man's ex-wife was like a vital part in the beginning of the show, like, even if Quad had left the show and she was no longer on the show anymore, I still would not have wanted to be on the platform. And it's nothing against, like, it wouldn't be nothing against nobody else, but it's like, y'all was friends with her. This platform was created by this woman's best friend. Like, it's just too centered around the man ex-wife. I wouldn't want to be tied up in none of that. Like, this is a fresh start. You the new wife. Why would you want to be tied up in anything having to do with that man ex-wife? Whether she on the platform or not, you knew when you went over there, them people had been friends with her, or they was trying, whatever the case may be. You knew when you went on that show, they was gonna be bringing up her name, whether she was on there or not, because you are now married to her ex-husband after she been on the show since day one. Up until, like, it's I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Sweet Tea can't have no real friends. I wouldn't want to go on the show myself, but if I had the dumb thought to go on the show, I feel like my family and friends would have told me, like, that's not a smart idea. Like, yeah, do something else. Like, Sweet Tea, you literally could have created a YouTube channel. It's some people out there, probably not a whole lot, but, or, I mean, even some people, like, I may have clicked on Sweet Tea's YouTube channel, seeing like, oh, Quad's husband got married, like, oh, he got a YouTube channel with his new wife. Oh, I might have clicked on the video too, just to see what y'all was over there doing. Like, oh, okay, that's the new dynamic. He got a younger wife and they trying to help. Like, y'all could have did y'all own, y'all could have did y'all own thing, and y'all would have got some attention because of the fact that he was on TV with his ex-wife. But you didn't have to use the same platform that his ex-wife helped create, like, help bring attention to. Like, that was crazy, Sweet Tea. I don't think you should have ever been on that show. I don't wish Sweet Tea no bad. I do think Sweet Tea is very green, but then again, it's like, at the same time, you built your whole marriage and everything your marriage is off the pain and off the back of Quad. Like, you went into the marriage, oh, I can give you a baby, because she couldn't, or she wouldn't. You come on the same TV show that, what, like, it's giving single white female. Like, that was crazy. Like, and now she over there, they said Sweet Tea trying to start another TV show, Medicine Wives or something. Sweet Tea, did you marry Greg just for, like, Married to Medicine? Or, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, it's like, I want to say you green, but at the same time, the little stuff you say, you be telling on yourself. The little stuff you do, you be telling on yourself. Like, I don't think you're just as, like, I don't know, I think you doing something and it's like falling flat. I don't know. Anyway, Sweet Tea won't be on Married to Medicine next season. Next topic. Okay, so Halle gets a restraining order, a domestic violence restraining order against DDG. So of course I be on Twitter, I'm scrolling, people talking about it. Then somebody was like, his brother. I used to watch these people, like, not all the time, but I knew who they were. Like, I don't know who channel. I think I saw the little woo-wop videos, you know, that's DDG nephew, and like the videos used to be funny. So I started to see the family. This was probably before the pandemic. Like, this was probably like a while back. Like, I used to watch them, not all the time, but I would pop in and out on their videos. I know they got the sister, I think they got 2 sisters. The mama, her boyfriend used to be making videos, and DDG brother, and the mother of his son. All of them had YouTube channels. I think at the time when I started, DDG was dating the girl Kennedy Simone. Anywho, so I'm familiar with the people. I hadn't watched them in a while, you know, but I'm familiar with the people. So I saw people talking about his brother Dubs, the mother of his child, had made a YouTube, like they were saying she exposed something. So I'm like, let me go to her YouTube channel. I went to her YouTube channel, I watched her video, and she was saying her and Dub are having some custody issues with their son and all this type of stuff. So they going through some stuff right now. And I'm telling y'all the long way around the story, but I'm trying to give y'all some context to the story that some people may not know. And then I also saw a video going around on Twitter, and they was talking about DDG's brother. He had a video. He was talking about how the only reason him and his brother get to see their sons are because of their mom. Their mom, I guess, communicates with the mother of their children, and, you know, maybe picks them up for them and stuff like that. So when I saw that, I said, wow, this is great. First of all, we're gonna talk about Halle. I just want to tell y'all that she had pictures. Her tooth was chipped. She had a bruise on her arm. She said a fight happened basically when he came to her house to pick up the son. He slammed her head into a steering wheel. It was a physical altercation, and she remained in the car because she was afraid for her son, and went to him and his family house, and they said they would watch the baby, you know, whatever, and she was all upset. Okay, then she said another time he came to her house, went inside her bedroom, took a picture of her bed, and said, oh, something about this what you been on, trying to insinuate that she has been sleeping with somebody else. Mind you, they not in a relationship, based off the thing they broke up in October. I think most of the stuff happened in January. Then she said that he was in her house, like, and then she said he like messed up her Ring doorbell and took her phone, and as he was driving down the street, threw it out the window and told her to go get it, B. And people are trying to debate whether this is true, was it a lie, like, they don't know. I don't want to. And then also, this is another point I want to bring up. People say that Ruby Rose, which is one of DDG's ex-girlfriend or somebody he used to date, also accused him of domestic violence, and this was prior to him getting with Halle and having Halo. I don't know. I believe it. I'm sorry, I do. I don't think Halle lying. And then DDG mama has posted on her story, like, I've been quiet long enough, but I'm gonna say something. This is my issue. This is my main topic of discussion on these videos. Where are these people, like, what is up with these boy moms? Like, if you have to communicate with both of the mothers of your son's kid, you don't think at some point it's your son? Like, is something wrong with both of the girls? Like, you as a woman probably having kids and having to deal with their dad and the issue. Matter of fact, I specifically remember his DDG mama don't care for his daddy. Like, they had some issues and some stuff in the back. Like, I done seen some videos on their channel about the daddy, and I think at one point he was low-key trying to get back with the mama, and she like, no. You as a woman have dealt with this type of stuff. You know how your son's dad is. So how can you just act like he's not the problem and exclude him? I ain't in nobody's pockets, but I'm just like, based off the stuff I watched back in the day when I watched them people channel, it seemed like DDG brought his whole family up. I mean, they all do their YouTube stuff, but I think he pays for a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff financially. You cannot overlook your son's bad behavior and not be a parent and tell him when he wrong just because he paying for stuff financially. I don't know if that's what it is, or if you just one of them delusional boy moms and don't think he doing that wrong. But I'm just saying, at some point, you gotta be real with yourself and say, my son could possibly be the problem. For one, I done had probably similar issues with his daddy, and I just hear the girl out as a woman. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't be able to do it. I don't have no kids, so I ain't really trying to comment on nobody's parent. But me personally, I would be humiliated if my son, if the judge granted a domestic violence restraining order against my son, and they're saying it's ring video footage of him doing this stuff to this girl. I would be humiliated. I would reach out to the girl, even if you think she might be lying. I would ask her to see the footage. Ask the courts to see the footage. And when you see the footage of your son doing this stuff, like, what do you think next? Do you think, oh, well, I don't know, they would, like, I don't understand the mindset. Oh, I don't know, they was just fighting. Oh, and another topic I want to add, Tory Lanez. Let me add that one. We're going to add Tory Lanez down here to the end, because he got stabbed in prison. Okay, so, yeah, what is the process of a mother of these type of sons? That's what I'm trying to figure. Like, I would be irritated. I don't want to have to co-parent with your baby mama because you can't communicate, or you are having temper tantrums, or you putting your hands on this girl, you doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Would I do it? Yeah, if I had to, but I'm going to be on my son's neck every chance I get, because why are you so immature? Clearly he's wealthy. Baby, you need some counseling, some anger management or something. You and the girl ain't together no more. Y'all got a co-parent, and you can't be mad about her dating nobody. Like, you can't be feeling no type of way about, like, this stuff. When he DMing his ex while they was in a relationship still, like, it's like, you've done stuff. Like, where do you hold people accountable? Like, this is embarrassing. I will be humiliated as a mom. Both of my sons' baby mama is out here telling how they are, and I, like, even if you are saying something, it don't seem like you are, because it's like you are mad that it came out that he got a domestic violence restraining order, but it's like you mad at her and trying to say she's a liar. I don't know none of these people, but I'm just saying, if the judge granted the restraining order, I would ask to see the footage. I would like to see it. Like, if we know, if my son telling me these lies, like, oh, this girl just lying on me, if the judge granted the restraining order, I'm side-eyeing the stuff you saying to me now, because it's like, I want to believe you, but if something happened for the judge to grant the restraining order, I want to see the video footage. I want to see the evidence that she has and the evidence that you have, and I'll come up with my own conclusion. But I'm not finna be 100% on your side, like, just because you are my child. That's crazy. Because if, as a woman, you should understand some of these things, especially when you have had your own issues with men before. It's crazy. And then I saw the brother's baby mom is saying that he's trying to take a car back that he bought for her. Baby, give him his car back. Give him his car back. I wouldn't want, you ain't finna hold nothing on my head. Like, and I seen her say that in the video, she gonna give him the car back, but she was like, yeah, she don't want nothing to hold. Like, that is crazy. And I feel like it's unfortunate, but I feel like his brother has more dominance per se over his baby mom, because I feel like he makes more money than her. But I feel like DDG is really crashing out because he cannot dominate Halle the way that his brother dominates his baby, because Halle got her own, like, she good. Like, she don't, I'm not saying the other baby mama not, but I think, like I said, his brother makes more money. You know what I'm saying? So he's able to do more, or he may help her more than, like, DDG don't have to help Halle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not down in the girl, but I'm just saying, I think that, yeah, I think he's been able to manipulate her probably more, because she doesn't have as much as him, as it refers to as, like, physical, you know, material things or whatever, like, and money. So I think he tries to control her with it, but she ain't going either. Like, and I respect both of them. I wish both of those ladies the best. And DDG, if you say she lying and the mama on your side, and y'all saying both of these girls just delusional and they lying, baby, give us the receipts, like Cornbread and Sinners. Hand it here. We want to see your version of the receipts. Since you saying these girls is lying and delusional, I don't know. So we finna talk about Diddy's trial. So the main thing I want to talk about, because I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know they said that Diddy's daughters, well, all of his kids and his mother showed up to court, and his baby mom. What is wrong with Misa Hilton? Why is she walking with a walker? Lord have mercy. And then somebody said what Mary J. Blige did to her, because you know she's suing Mary J. Blige. They trying to say, like, did Mary do something to her? I don't know. I don't think Mary did nothing to her, but I'm concerned. Like, is something going on with her health? Like, I don't know. That was crazy. Like, because that lady is not, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, she, I don't know. I hope she okay, though, physically. Yeah. And also, I want to know why she going to the trial, because then she accused him of being, like, when she just cussing Diddy out. Y'all worry about Mary J. Blige doing something to her. Did Diddy do something to her? Because she was talking about, you got my son and this stuff. Y'all remember she was posting that stuff on Instagram? And now this lady walking up in court to support the same man that she was blaming for getting her son involved with some stuff. And she walking with a walker. And it's like, girl, what happened to you? Like, anyway, so they was talking about his kids, and they was talking about how the girls, his daughters, all walked out of court when, you know, they started getting graphic about the stuff that he had done. And I do feel like it's unfortunate. I feel so bad for those girls, the twin girls. They have lost their mother, and unfortunately at a young age they're finding out that their father is a monster. I really hate that for them. And I wish them success in life. You know, I hope they're able to, I hope the stuff that their dad has done and basically messed up their family name, I hope that they're still able to be successful in, I think they model, like in the modeling industry or whatever industry. I hope they're able to be successful in whatever they do, because I hope what their dad has done doesn't ruin anything for them. Anyway, they walked out of court because things were getting graphic, and I hate that they had to hear it, but at the same time I feel like Diddy gives Dr. Jekyll Mr. Hyde, so it's like he probably put on this perfect daddy persona for them. So in their mind, they like, oh my god, these people are lying. They're lying on my dad. He wouldn't do that, da da da. But it's like when you're hearing it in court, it's like a reality check. So I hate that they have to hear it, but I feel like they kind of need to hear it so they can get a realistic view on how the world views their dad. So even if you still love your dad and you think he's this perfect dad in your mind, I think that moving forward, if they're in the modeling industry or just the entertainment industry, I think that they should be mindful. Like, if they do interviews and stuff, I wouldn't talk about my dad. Like, and it's not because maybe, you know what I'm saying, it's not because they don't like their dad. It's more so because they are extremely aware of how the world looks at their dad. So even though they still love him as their dad, that you don't need, you know, interviews defending your dad. Just refrain talking about him. I wouldn't get on any interviews talking about my dad, because from your point of view, you're going to be speaking on him in probably a good light, and people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, not like you crazy, but it's like, oh, you crazy. Like, people are not going to want to hear it, basically. Like, they gonna, like, we don't care if he was a good dad to you, he was a monster to other people. So I just wish them the best, and I hope that they refrain from talking about their dad. And like, I hope, unfortunately, with them having to see this, I hope that it opens their eyes to who their dad is outside of being a dad, and that, yeah, they just become aware and just, girl, just don't talk. Even if you still have a relationship, that's totally up to y'all. That's y'all dad. If that's, I don't know, I would be horrified to find out some stuff like that about either one of my parents. Like, I would be horrified. But yeah, I think that's the route they should take. I think none of his kids should speak on him. Not like, but it's like, everybody gonna look at it like you have a different point of view because you're his child and you don't see the other side that other people have seen. So it's like people ain't really gonna want to hear what y'all gotta say. So it's I just think y'all should just not talk about y'all dad. Unfortunately, I hate that for y'all, but yeah, I just wouldn't talk about him, especially like talk about him, defending him, any of that. Like, it's just gonna look really bad. Yeah, I feel bad for the girls. And why would the grandma let them come to court? Like, Diddy mama. But they say, here we gonna talk about these boy moms again. They said she is a lot of the reason why he liked it. Like, what is wrong with women that they don't want to check their sons when they clear as day see that these men or these boys have some problems? What is it that you just defend your son? Is it because they financially take care of you, or is it because you just, I don't know, do being a parent make you blind and not able to feel or see the emotions, like see that your son is like, I don't know, I wouldn't even say a monster if you don't want to see your child as a monster, but that they got some issues. They got some anger management issues. They got some issues with aggressiveness towards women. They got some issues with, like, in Diddy, like, he got some type of sexual demon or something. I don't know what it is, but they need help. Why won't you get your son help? Like, if your son is rich, it's like he got a bigger target on his back. So I would want you to have a cleaner image. If I see that you have issues behind closed doors, we don't want the public to find out about this. So we gonna get you some help for it before it spills. Eventually, the persona you try to hide behind closed doors is gonna come out into the public when you're a public figure. So the moms, y'all should protect y'all. Like, I mean, you can't make nobody do nothing, but I ain't finna defend you either. If I done told you to get some help because you got anger problems or whatever, I'm not defending you when it hit the fan. Yeah, I just went, like, briefly, Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison. I think they said 14 times. And yeah, that's just the update. Meg is another one. These women, what do y'all want to see? Do y'all want to see the women could have the proof? The doctor has said Meg was shot, or however, shell casings, whatever, in her foot, I don't know, whatever, but the doctor had said, given the proof, the x-rays out there, like, the man was convicted. He didn't get up on the stand and defend himself. I don't understand these people in the world. I don't know what's going on. Could they be doing this to people? But I see this stuff in real life. Like, I see men in real life doing the same type of stuff to women. So when I see it happening in Hollywood, like, it don't surprise me. Like, it's like, oh, you have more money and more power, so you thought you were more invincible than the average man, and the average man is still doing the same stuff as you. So I'm sure it's times 10 when you have money and power and you feel like you're untouchable. Anywho, so yeah, like with the Tory Lanez stuff, like, I'm tired of the conversation about, oh, did he do it, da 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 da. Like, baby, he did it. Because who in their right mind, if somebody said that I pow-powed them, I'm getting on the stand. If I know I ain't do it, if Kelsey did it, I would have got up there, I'm sorry, Kelsey, I'm not going to jail for you, so I'm finna get up here and tell it. Yes, it was Kelsey. Kelsey took my pow-pow out my pocket and aimed it, and she the one who did. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the evidence was a little iffy, but it's just, if you laid down and took the blame for something that you didn't do, then that's a choice that you made, because you had the option to get up there on the stand and tell your side of the story, but you chose not to. So it's like, I can't really feel sorry for you, because like most of the evidence is showing that you likely did it. Or if you took the blame for somebody, then that's your fault. Like, all of this is your fault. Nothing in this was Meg's fault. Like, honestly, y'all could have left the girl on the side of the road. If she was getting on y'all nerves back, that y'all could have left the girl on the side of the road and drove on off and called an Uber or something for her, or called somebody back from the party and told them, like, child, we just left on the side of the road. She couldn't up, she was aggravating us, she was outside the car, she wouldn't get in the car, so we left her. But getting a pow-pow out and doing what you did, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he was stabbed, and then everybody's just like, oh, free him, or he was set up and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't wish no bad on nobody, but it's like, you put yourself, you would not be in prison to get stabbed if either one or two things. If you really did not pow that lady and you went up there and got on the stand and told the truth about who really did it, or if you just chose not to pow the lady, if you did do it, if you would have made better choices that night, you would not be in this predicament. So yeah, the man got stabbed in prison. That's what they saying, y'all. Anyway, and quickly, I just want to say something. The topic of this video is like people not holding these men accountable. Most of the topics besides Sweet Tea. And also with her too, it's like why are women putting their daughters in the lion's den also to so-called come up and get with a successful man, but she is going through all type of stuff to get here. She's making herself look like a fool. She's trying to get a job, his ex-wife's job. Like, it's crazy. Like, she's putting up. It's 2 points I want to make at the end of this video. One is DV. When are y'all as women going to start believing the woman who dated the man before you did, that was married to him or whatever, when she says that the man was domestic violence, he was doing DV? Sweet Tea ain't believe Quad, and now I believe she over there going through some things, whether it's physically or clearly we saw the emotional side of it when they was in their room. Halle, I ain't gonna give you too much because you probably going through it right now. You unfortunately, like, you done had a child with this man, so you got to deal with him for a long time. But I don't know if this is true or not, but they say, like I said, they say the ex, Ruby Rose, said that he had did the. I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't see any of that. I don't know. I know he dated a girl named Ruby Rose, but I don't know. I never saw any videos or anywhere where she exposed that about him, but they saying she did. And we as women, if that is true, that she said it as well, we as women, like, y'all gotta stop over, like, well, I ain't even gonna say we, because baby, let me get one whiff of wind that your ex or somebody used to date said that you was over there knocking them to. I don't want no parts of it. No. Red flags everywhere. Abort mission. Okay, so yeah, I feel like we as women gotta start believing other women. Like, you ain't gotta see for yourself. Like, if it's proof out there that he did this stuff to another woman, I don't even care if it's proof. If she say it, I'ma believe it, and I'ma just like, yeah, I'ma back on up, and no, I don't want no parts of this. Cause it's hard for me to believe that somebody would just lie on somebody. Like, I would never just lie on anybody about no, like, no, I wouldn't lie on nobody about no domestic violence stuff. If you did that to me, you did that to me. If you just wasn't no good and you was bad with your money, I'm gonna tell the truth about that too. Like, oh, he was just bad with his money. Did he ever put his hand? No, he never put his hands on me, but he don't know how to pay his bills, and he just always was in financial. Like, I can tell the truth about a person, but I don't have to add nothing to it to make you worse than what you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, if you want to deal with a man that don't like to pay bills, girl, or can't keep his life and finance together, like, yeah, that's the truth about him. Will he hit you? I don't know what he'll do to you, but he never did it to me. Like, so I don't understand this thought process that women just lie on men about domestic violence. Like, who wants to be a domestic violence victim? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so another thing I want to say was, so y'all know I do hair. So I was doing hair probably a couple weeks ago, and you know, a client and me was talking about kids or whatnot. I don't have any kids, so she was like, oh, do you want kids, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. I was like, maybe at some point. I'm not in no rush. That's not really a thing that's on the top of my priority list right now. Like, maybe at some point. And I was like, if I did have a child though, I probably would only want like one, and I would definitely want it to be a girl. And she was like, oh, you just want problems. And I thought about it, and now seeing situations like this, it's like, women have this weird thought process that boys are easier to raise, but then you end up with sons like Diddy G, his brother, Tory Lanez. Like, is it because y'all not really raising the boys? Y'all just get them a haircut and put them on an outfit and send them, okay, I did my job, I ain't gotta worry about it. And then when they get in their 20s and 30s and they problematic men and they have issues with women and stuff, I don't know how he turned out like that. I don't know what the thing is, but it's weird to me when women say they don't want a daughter. Like, my fear, I don't know what gender child God would give me, but my fear of having a boy is that I don't want my son to grow up and be nobody bum baby daddy, no abuser. That's a fear, because it's so many men out here that have those characteristics. Like, it's scary. Like, I don't want to be the mother of a son that turns out to be a monster to some young woman. Like, I don't want him to be nobody horrible baby daddy, nobody horrible husband. Like, it's just that a serial baby daddy. Like, he got kids all over town by different women. Like, that is a fear of mine. Like, I don't want to, like, so I don't really understand women like, oh, I want a boy, they easier to raise. No, I feel like a boy will embarrass you real quick. Like, that's even if you think like that. If you don't see nothing wrong with your son being a serial baby daddy or abusing women and stuff like that, then yeah, your thought process probably would be, oh, a son is easier. But for me, I feel like I would want a daughter, because I feel like I could raise her to the best of my ability. I could teach her good morals. I feel like I'm a good example for her. Like, I feel like I would be best equipped to raise a daughter, and I feel like I wouldn't worry about her going out into the world being a menace to society. A son, I would be extremely worried about that, even if I put in my best efforts to make him a good person. Like, I don't know, it's just like something, because I don't think all these horrible men out here were raised by horrible mothers. I think that some of them is just like within them, and it's scary. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to be the mother, be known as the mother of the serial baby daddy around town, or the man that put his hands on women. Oh, that's his mama. Not, no, get that away from me. I don't want that. But yeah, like, that's my fear. Like, I feel like I could raise a daughter easily. Like, I feel like I could teach her a lot, and she would go out into the world and be a good person, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I could lead by a good example. I think that would be easier than raising a son, because you never know. These men, the daddy might not be no good, then he got half of that man DNA, so it's already in him to possibly be no good. And then, let alone, unfortunately, a lot of these women end up having to raise their sons by themselves because the daddy be gone. I think a woman raising a daughter by herself is much easier than a woman raising a son by herself. Like, it's just, I don't know, that's just my thought process on it. I don't know, I don't want kids for a long time, so this ain't nothing no time soon. So yeah, but I'm just, what y'all think about that? And how do y'all who have sons, what are you instilling into your sons so that they go out into the world and be good people? Because I don't know, all these crazy men in the world, like, it's getting out of hand. It is really getting out of hand, y'all. But yeah, I had to come and talk to y'all about that. Like, hopefully this video didn't go too deep, but it's really some stuff that need to be talked about for real. Like, yeah, I just pray the world be a better place. Try get these serial baby daddies, these abusive men, like, get them out of here. Teach your daughters better. Teach them the signs. Teach them don't rush to have kids with these men. Teach them just because the man got money don't mean he's a good man. Savannah, sweet tea mama, just because Gregory is a doctor, that don't mean that man. Like, y'all need to do better with raising y'all kids. Some of this stuff is really embarrassing. Anyway, I'm gone. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all comment below and let me know what y'all think. Peace.